Good morning and welcome to the 8th episode of Saturday Morning Writer's Block. As usual, I'm not sure where to begin today, so I just figured I would jump in and see where we end up. So, I'll just start drawing one of my frequent characters. Taking up an awful lot of space on the canvas this morning. Bit of a misstep right there. It's always hard for me to get the other eye right. I know there's the whole draw a circle and make an X and all that, or cross, and then I guess the eyes are supposed to be right about there-ish, and that's all fine and dandy. I'm just not used to going that route, though it would probably improve my performance. Let me actually put that into practice. You're not gonna let me... Why won't you let me... Okay, it's showing up over here, but it's not showing up over here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I know what happened. I did the background. Oh. I can see what I did. So, initially, the background was black, and I should have picked the background layer and changed that color to white, because it just... I don't know. I could try. Yeah, here's what I'm gonna do. And we're gonna change the color of our brush. Though I can kind of see. Can I clear this? Is there a way to clear? I can cut the layer and I guess put in a new one. Yeah, that'll work. Let's just start from ground zero here. Okay, so, gonna try the circle with an X method and see if I'm actually right on how this works. Then we're gonna go up to another layer. Got a little bit of a penguin nose going on. Ah, jeez. This is a very quiet episode. And then we're gonna get rid of that. Yeah, I guess it does help to, to use that method. The eyes came out much better. So, let me explain this character a little bit. I guess this is one that plays a large role in the story. At least in her story, obviously, I suppose. Basically, she comes from a tribal people that are primitive, and inexplicably all of their newborns seem to have these abilities. So, kind of mixing, just turning X-Men a little bit into a tribal people. I mean, not to make it too obvious of a connection, but that's kind of the best way I can think to explain it. Because you have people that are like, oh, we're big, and we got 4 arms, and that makes us good for combat scenarios, or whatever. Yeah, all of them are just kind of inexplicably born with a mutation of sorts. And this one, her mutation takes time to take effect, so there is a process that they do with people that do not show promise, is let them spend some time in the wilderness. They will either adapt or die. Like, something like that. And when this one goes into the wilderness, she doesn't come back for like a year. So they think she's dead. And then she just appears one day. And has taken on some animalistic characteristics. Like, apparently she's been living with the wild animals. So, turns out her ability is that she is adaptable to an insane level, which this new adaptation has also left her quite, what's the word? Very, I'm having a hard time getting it out right now. Even more primal than her normal kin. So, not exactly popular among her people because she tends to be very aggressive. But over time, she earns her keep, basically. And, oh jeez. And, where was I going with that? Words not coming along very easily. Let me get another sip of coffee and see if that jogs anything. So, after many years of serving her people, because their tribe tends to be rather aggressive towards any other tribe in the area, so not necessarily a good group of people, but she has cemented herself in her tribe, and in the tribe, there are 3 main categories that the worthy go into. And I'm trying to think of clever words to use here. The combat group, which is dedicated to protecting the tribe and training the next generation to do the same. Just gonna go with the mind group that deals in, figuring out if there's enough food, all the kind of logistics. Not super advanced logistics, but, close enough. And then, there is the future group, that's whole purpose is to, I think that's how you spell, I don't know, that could be wrong. Their whole purpose is to make sure that the tribe endures. So it kind of runs through this strong will produce even stronger. So you kind of get where I'm going with this. Trying to keep it kind of PG. But she kind of falls into that category, as she has proven herself. And it's... I don't know why she wouldn't go into combat, honestly, but I guess she spent time in the combat area, and after so long, she just has the desirable traits to pass on. So, yeah, then she goes into basically being a breeder for the tribe, and upon the first addition to the tribe, it is discovered that she is a much faster breeder. Her adaptation has made it to where she produces results super quickly. Like, if you gauge from the typical 9 months, it takes her about 3. So... basically, the initial process, when they are taking the newborn away, her adaptations have caused her to spike in, like, protective motherly stuff. So, she's gone to basically 11, and, yeah, whoever the person is that comes to take the child is no longer alive, because she lost it and just started causing mayhem. Eventually she is, caught and subdued. And the overarching, council, because every tribe has to have, elders, right? They decide that for her crimes she will be locked away, yet still performing her duties for the tribe. So basically, she's locked away for some 20 years. While producing roughly, and I did math on this at one point, 50 children. So, and that's with various partners of some kind of worth. So during this time, she has been serving her tribe. There's this whole overarching theme of all for the tribe going on. So, that gets us to a basic understanding of this character's background, and something I've been trying to figure out. I've been working with this idea all week. That's like, I think I mentioned last week that I had this idea, and I have a lot of ideas for animated shorts, but not the capacity to make them real yet. So, in the main story, we've kind of come a long way since this character's origin, and basically, we're now in a environment that is, I can't decide between like three things. It's definitely a mercenary sect that works for the various factions, depending on the pay. I can't decide if they not attack, but if they perform missions for the factions, or if it falls back to a previous idea of making decisions through combat. Because that was another thing that came up like 2-3 weeks ago. And just like, to make decisions, they pay for a combatant, and whichever one wins, that's the decision they go with. Or there is even more depth to it, where the mercenary group can have bounties put on them, and the mercenaries inside the group will try to collect those bounties. It's a mess. It's one of those, I can't really decide what I want to go forward with, so it's kind of at a standstill. But every day kind of seems to breed a new idea. At any rate, we have explained this character, I think, to a good point, at least for an origin story. And yeah, no, I guess that's a good enough stopping point right there, and we will continue these character analysis at some other stage, I suppose, as we continue on through time. I hope you all have a good rest of your weekend into the next week, and take care. Later.